All right, we are headed to the Keys. Woohoo!
That's Lake Tahoe. The Lake Tahoe Keys.
Well, that's pretty close. Yeah, okay, we'll take that.
One of our favorite things about taking our time, going from place to place, is stopping and viewing these beautiful sceneries along the way. We're in Lake Tahoe, just ready to relax and enjoy the views. We're just hanging out by the community campfire. There's plenty of wood. It's keeping us toasty warm in this cool
Still cold.
evening.
We need a marshmallow.
Nikita and I took a little walk down the dog walk. We strayed out into the woods and past the meadow, and look what we found. Nikita's ready to get into the water. Nikita, you see something? No. Our protect dog. Oh, you see another dog. Didn't want to unhook the van, so for the first time, we're close to a grocery store. I took the bike out to go shopping. We're at Rayleigh's. It's about a half a mile from the campground and it's easy to bike to. This is what it looks like when you're shopping on a bike and you're ready to go home. I've been to the grocery store, I've been to the pet store, and a secondhand store. Loaded up and ready to go. It's a pretty simple ride. A little nerve-wracking, but okay. We are here at the Tahoe Key Marina. You can rent a boat here, kayak, or take a charter. It's very close to where we're camping. There's a trail right beside the marina that shows you Cove East. It's a conservation project of Lake Tahoe. This trail curves around the marina. You'll see some of the marshy areas along the way. You can watch some of the boats go out onto the lake. Enjoy the snow-covered mountains across from the marina. Continue down the path and it'll open up to the beautiful Lake Tahoe. You can sit down here and watch the boats come in or out. There's a place on the trail that you can actually get out and walk along the beach side, following the lake, and hear the waves come in. And it is dog friendly. Back behind me you see Lake Tahoe. It's as beautiful as the Keys, but much colder here. The water is so blue, so peaceful here. It's a blend of meadows, lake, and marsh. There's nothing like living on the road when one day you're in the desert and the next day you're on top of the mountain looking at the clear blue lake. There are a couple of places on the trail where they have mud knit, where you can grab a bag and throw your waste away. There's 4 boats going out at the same time. This is a pretty easy hike. It's very short, but nice to get out and stretch your legs and walk your dog. It's hard-packed dirt, very flat, and could be wheelchair accessible. On one side, you can see the marsh. It's a conservation area. On the other side, you can see the marina where the boats are coming in and out. As you go deeper into the trail, you can see Lake Tahoe on one side. A perfect and beautiful hike. This is about as close as Fred and I want to get to the snow. Easy trail for bicycles. If you're wondering about all the pipeline and sprinkler system, they are rejuvenating the wildlife area, bringing back vegetation. As we drive around Lake Tahoe, you'll find plenty of interesting sites to stop at. We're going to show you just a few. So we could take a little break from driving around the lake. We're stopping at Tahoe Historic Estates. This is free to go on the outside, and it's dog friendly, so you can take your dog on a leash. And they might like to stop and sniff everything, like mine. This is Baldwin Estates. These cabins here are where the most rich and influential people used to come to vacation in Lake Tahoe. These cabins are stunning. Baldwin is now an information center, gift shop, and museum. Right behind the cabins is the beautiful Lake Tahoe. There's a little walkway that takes you right down into the lake. So you can boat, fish, swim here. Although I'm not sure I'd want to swim. This is an alpine lake, which means that the waters never get very warm. A little over 70 degrees. not my kind of swimming. How would you like to stare at that view from your bedroom window? Absolutely love old dwellings that have been kept up. It's like going back in time. This is the Pope Estate. This is where they had tea time at the gazebo, and volunteers are working very hard to restore it. How luxurious to be able to walk through gardens like this at your own estate. There's several giant sequoia trees right here on the property. To think these were their summer homes. I can only imagine the mansions they must have lived in. The Pope Estate is one of the 3 largest of Italic homes that are here. They added several of these additions onto the property over the years. On the Pope Estate, they renamed this the Vatican Lodge, kind of a humorous reference to the family's name. And in 1965, the family transferred the land and building to the U.S. Forest Services. I can just imagine sitting on the back porch, sipping some lemonade, and staring out over the marina here. When you wake up, you kind of wonder, should I walk in my gardens or down to the beachfront? Which one first? At certain times of the day, you can tour the different places, but I'm very satisfied just walking around the grounds and looking at the outside. If you come to stay at the Pope Estate, you had a choice of one of these cabins. This is the most popular because it had a room with a view. It's the closest one to the lake. Who wouldn't want to spend their summers here? You could easily spend a couple of hours here going through the trails and checking out all the old buildings. These are machines from the old generator room. The blacksmith shop and generator room were in the same building. Got to get power to these lovely cabins for the rich, one way or another. You can get your gas right here on the estates. This gas pump was originally on the Baldwin Estate. It was restored and moved to the Pope Estate. If you get a chance to drive around Lake Tahoe, you really should. It's absolutely stunning with some really cool hairpin curves.
Oh, so cool.
There's Phantom Island. Has a little tea room at top. They used to have parties. There's a view of Phantom Island. You can boat over there and stay the day, but you can't stay the night. It's said to be haunted. These are the only falls in Lake Tahoe. Eagle Falls. Tahoe is an Indian word for big water or water in a high place. Time to stretch our legs again. We stopped at the Memorial Point Trail. It's about a half a mile and not very long, but it still gives you amazing views of Lake Tahoe. I'm gonna walk down to Artist Point. Depending on what side of the lake you're on, you might find yourself at a sandy beach or a rocky bay. This lake is found in Nevada and California, but it's not the jurisdiction of Nevada nor California. It actually goes under the jurisdiction of the Coast Guard, so you might find a Coast Guard boat on this occasionally. Mark Twain wrote in 1861 while here in Lake Tahoe, "So singularly clear was the water that when it was only 20 or 30 feet deep, the bottom was so perfectly distinct that the boat seemed floating in the air. Yes, where it was even 80 feet deep, every little pebble and distinct every speckled trout, every hand's breadth of sand." This beautifully scenic pathway is asphalt, wide, with a few little hills that go up and down. This has so far been her favorite dog park. It's laundry day at the Idle Campers. I usually bring it up on my e-bike, and I get the laundry done at the Campground Laundromat. There is a bike route right outside the campground, and you can take your bike right into town. I took mine in and did a little bit of grocery shopping, so we didn't have to break down camp. You can also go to the lake this way. We are here at Tahoe Valley Campground. It's an encore park, and I'm telling you, it's at a great location, very close to Lake Tahoe. The campground is like camping in a pristine forest. When you enter through the archway, you'll pass this welcoming bear and drive straight to the front of the campground store. You can't miss it, just continue and follow the registration arrow, You'll pass the trolley stop on your way to the camp store. It's not a trolley stop anymore. It's the housekeeping headquarters. Come to this building, you're still not at the campground general store. Continue pulling forward. This is your membership specialist office. Just a few more feet, you're almost to the right building. You're going to stay to the right, pull up to the stop sign where you can leave your rig and go to the Bare Necessities Trading Company to check in. Bare Necessities Trading Company is not only your registration office, it's your camp store and your laundromat. I'm telling you what, it's the friendliest group of people I've seen in a while. They welcome you to Tahoe Valley Campground. If you're looking for things to do with your children, that listed right here on the sign. Pull up right here, go check in. You can even unhook while you're pulled up. If the office is closed and it's after hours, they'll have a clipboard or a box out here. You can grab your registration packet. If you forgot anything that you need, you can come to the camp store. There's plenty of food and things to cook with. If you need anything for your RV, I think they have a little bit of everything here. It starts raining, you get games and puzzles right here in the store. Keep the kids occupied. You'll find plenty of souvenirs here as well. They have wine and glasses here in the Bare Necessities. It's definitely a bare necessity. The laundromat is a very busy place. I think I just noticed it because I now use the facilities. There are 10 washing machines and 10 dryers here. The washing machines cost $2. You can use coins, or you can use the wash laundry system powered by PayRange app. The dryers are $1.50 each. They also use quarters or the app. They have laundry baskets here, and I'm making good use of my time. I'm moving my clothes from the washer to the dryer. Inside the laundry room, you will see the community library. Your community library here is a take one, leave one. I'm actually reading a book on Audible, so I don't have one to donate this time, and I won't be taking one. The laundry room is very versatile here. You can look for things to do and take a pamphlet. Your bulletin board and mail collection is in the laundromat as well. If you need to wash out anything, they do have a wash basin in here, and up above, a map. They have a couple of maps in here. I really love map pictures. The laundry room here is open 24/7, so come on up and do your laundry any time of day or night. You will be assigned your site here. The campground is divided into 4 areas. I'll show you around a little. The main road is asphalt, and to your right is Area A and Area E. As you turn right, you'll see that Tahoe Valley Campground has its very own fire truck. It even has a winch. Camp A area has 10 sites, 50 30 amp full hookup sites, and a few 30 amp water and electric sites. The campsites have water every few sites, so you don't have to go too far to get water. All your sites have picnic tables. Some of your sites have grills, some do not. Some have both grills and fire pits. In section A and E, your shower houses are pretty standard. You have 3 sinks and mirrors. There are 3 commodes. There are 3 shower areas as well. Watch your step. If you come in here, there's a big drop off into the shower. Standard shower head, place to put your items, and you can adjust your hot and cold water. We may be at a very rustic campground, but you can go into town to Lake Tahoe. There's a place where you can put on your makeup, blow dry your hair, and get ready for the town. Looks like you're camping in the middle of a pine forest. Love it here. There are trash cans by each bathhouse. We are in black bear country, so make sure you lock the trash cans down after you dump your trash. Right before exiting Tahoe Valley, they have a row of scooters that you can rent. This is not in connection with the campground, but they allow them to park them here. You can download the app, ride them wherever you want to, and leave them to be picked up later. So if you forgot your bike, you might want to rent one of these, because you can take the bike trail down to the Tahoe beaches. Do take some money with you. as not all the beaches are free on the lake. A lot of them you do have to pay to get into. Throughout the campground, you're going to find these little snowmen built out of logs. They're adorable. They even got a little top hat. Landscaping throughout the area is really pretty. Check out this beautiful purple iris. They're like tulips. They don't stay blooming long, but they're beautiful. Camp E is set up the same as Camp A. It has its own bathhouse and trash, very same as Camp A. But if you go to the right, you'll find some group sites to camp at as well. By the group tent site, there is a huge fire pit with picnic tables surrounding it, kind of like a barbecue pit. This would be a great place to gather with your family and friends. There's a sink for washing out your dishes if you're tent camping. It's always handy. Oops, it looks like one of the campers left their shorts behind. Where the sink is to wash your dishes, there is a group bathroom for the group sites. Either they have a different code or they are locked. I'm not sure. Couldn't get inside, but pretty cool idea. In the group site, there's a group barbecue area. It's a little pavilion with a Blackstone inside. Not sure. We only have one, but this looks like a vegetarian Blackstone to me. Clearly written on it, it's no meat. Fred and I are out of luck because we'd be throwing a great big ribeye on there. Maybe some barbecue ribs, pork chops. Our family are definitely meat eaters. Check out that view through the pavilion window. Looking at it, I would say that you were to roast your vegetables on the Blackstone and cook your meat on this fire pit. Put some charcoal in there, slow grilled. Here's where the meat belongs. The community barbecue area. Makes me want to invite family and friends out and have a party. Fire road, do not enter. Well, you can't bring your RV down this way, but you certainly can walk or ride your bike down to see what's going on. Riding the bike down the fire trail. Let's see what we can find back here. There's actually a little path that you can ride your bike or walk on. It's been cleared off. If you go down this road, it's actually a little course for the mod adventures. They teach one-wheel riding only. So when you come back here, don't use any of the man-made obstacles. These are for the mod adventures. I don't think they want dogs on that either, Nikita. She just wants to stick. Or not. Back on the fire road, you'll also find a stage in the woods. Have your kids put on a skit and perform it back on the stage. It always makes it more fun when you're actually on a stage. Looks like you can play disc golf in the woods. These disc golfs look pretty new. You might want to check with the office. Maybe a new install. This is the third one we found. Interesting. I keep finding these things. More tents in Area E. There's a tent set up here. Looks like it's permanent. And you can take one-wheel lessons and rides by Mad Adventures. They even have a course set up in the back of the campground. Another cool thing to do in the area. So all your equipment is checked out right here at the art barn. This is also where they hold a lot of the activities, like wine and tasting they've had. Activities for the children, watermelon contests. Last week or so, there's been many activities. This activity director is very busy. She keeps activities for the kids going often. And you have a couple of ping pong tables here, or perhaps you call it table tennis. Love the storage container. The artist at the campground has been at work. Oh, they have an adorable little stage right here underneath the tarp by the art house, ready for the kids to play on stage. If you're looking for a campground with lots to do, this is family friendly, a lot of kid activities, and they also have live music every weekend in the summer. They're lining up to come in. Can't say that I blame them. This is a very active park. There is a disc golf course here. You can get a map and discs at the art barn. You'll find a lot of your major events right here on the concrete by the art barn. There are several horseshoe pits. Most of your equipment can be picked up at the art barn, but it looks like the horseshoes are right here at the pit. They have some metal swings here. Along with the metal slides, they have an updated playground. Not all of the parks do. A little cool area to keep your children occupied. Beside the playground, you'll find a couple more snowmen made out of wood. I don't think these are going to melt. If you like to play tetherball, they have 2 tetherball courts here. Nikita wants to play tetherball. And this is how to exercise your pup. Good girl. It's a cute little gerbil wheel. Nikita and I can't seem to get it to move. Perhaps we just don't have the oomph that it takes to move it. There are lots of communal fire pits here. In this area, you can understand why it gets pretty chilly at night, even during the summer. Make sure you layer up. It's chilly in the morning, gets warm in the afternoon, and then the temperatures drop down again. So you're wearing all types of clothing throughout the day. There is a seasonal pool area here. Don't worry, because it gets really chilly here even in the summer. It is heated. Tahoe Valley is a year-round park. They get a lot of snow here. So during the summer, this is a place where you can ride your dirt bikes at. Not your motorized ones, but your bicycles. And in the winter, you can sled down these little hills and over this pass. I'm not one to usually say never, but I'm pretty certain you'll never catch Fred and I here during this sledding period of time. There is a volleyball court here. It's almost like you're on the beach. It's a sand volleyball court. The tennis court is not in good condition, but they didn't let this place go to waste. Every weekend, they blow up this movie screen and they play a movie that goes along with the activity themes that they run week to week. They have a full-length basketball court. There is no shortage of things to do in this campground. Nikita, you need a beanbag? No? Okay, we won't stay and play then. This little roped off area is called the Pine Cone Corner. Great little place to have a picnic. Be careful, you might just be put in the doghouse while you're at the Pine Cone Corner. There are times that they do sell propane. If they're out of propane, they will direct you to where you need to go. We're entering Area F and Area G. We're in Area G. I like the bathhouses here best, at least in the G section. I'll show you why. The bathhouses in Area G are individual. Get your own room to shower and use the restroom. There are 3 rooms on each side. Some of them just have a restroom. Some have a shower and a restroom. First, check to make sure that the restroom is vacant. It'll have a green sign. They have locks on them. Put your lock code in and enter. Make sure you lock the door from the inside so no one can put the code in and walk in on you. Inside, you'll find one big room with a commode, place to put your items. You'll find the shower area is handicap accessible. Make sure you get one of the restrooms that is handicap accessible. Not all of them are. Some of them have step-ups into the shower, along with a standard shower head. Of course, you have a sink with a mirror and your commode. And that's why G is my favorite shower house. Fred likes to use the shower house. I like to take my shower in the van. You'll find your dump station between F and G. There are a few sites that are water and electric only, so you'll need to dump here. It's free if you're camping here. If you're just passing by and you need a place to dump, you need to pay the office $35. If you're a hardcore winter sports fan, F and G areas are open year-round. You can come camp here and go ski the slopes, snowboard, whatever your heart desires in snow. You can rent cabins in the pines. There are several cabins here to rent. Some of your cabins have stairs and others are handicap accessible. In the back, there's a huge fenced-in dog park. I think it's Nikita's favorite because she can wander around and act like she's just loose on private property. And it was a good place for us to work on recall with her. I would suggest that you bring your own dish and water. There is not a resource for water in the dog park. The dog park does have waste bags for you if you need them. If you're more of a pooper scooper, they have a couple of those here as well. You can choose to sit at the picnic bench underneath the shade of the big tall pines. There's a picnic bench that's not under the pines. And in the mid-afternoon, you can sit in the sunshine. I honestly believe this is Nikita's favorite park. Another snowman. I think this one's under construction. He has his little cone on his head. This guy has arms long enough to give you a great big hug. There's also a dog walk area. It'll lead you to a black metal fence. There's another sign pointing to the fence. It's beside the hospital. Follow that fence all the way down till it ends. Here's our site. I guess the only complaint that we really have about the campground is it's pretty dusty. We scored a 30 amp full hookup site. We're at site 196. There's a bluebird out here and a squirrel right beside our van. It's a little bluebird hopping around the campground. Now it's the color blue, whether it's a blue jay. Well, I think it's a blue jay. If you're a bird lover, let me know. Fred and I have had a great time here biking and hiking, checking out the lake. We would definitely come back. I've already made my bucket list. One of the big things that I want to do when we can return is to hike down to the Viking home, tour it, and tell some of the ghost stories. It's an old Scandinavian castle of Tahoe. Who wouldn't want to go?
All right, it's time for the Tahoe Valley Campground Cellular Service Report. Well, number one with the bullet, no surprise, T-Mobile at 40.5 megabits per second down, 3.33 megabits per second up. Second place, AT&T, 7.14 megabits per second down and 0.01 megabits per second up. And Verizon at 4.64 megabits per second down and 1.15 megabits per second up. Well, if you're planning to upload anything, better hope you got T-Mobile. But honestly, you shouldn't be even playing around with the internet. This was a beautiful campground. It was like, camping. Yeah, that's it. It was like camping. We'll talk to you all next week.